Hey now, how y'all doing? Linehaul Lonnie here, segment number 4. Today I'm going to talk about the first trucking company I worked for after I had my Class 1 license. It was Hill Brothers Expressway. It was kind of a cool learning curve there because we were a tractor service, so we pulled different trailers from different companies and did certain jobs for the customers. One was for Murphy Roofing Company. We would go down to Ico and pick up their hot tar trailer and haul it to their job site. And then the crew would pump the hot oil and tar and put it up on the roof of buildings for sealing the roof of the building. That's how they sealed all the cracks and made sure that the roof was waterproof. And then another company, we used to haul trailers for Federated Co-op. At the warehouse, they would load it on special carts and have groceries, and they'd be destinated for one of the co-op stores in Calgary. So we would deliver the trailers to the store and offload it and count it. And then when the trailer was empty, away we'd go. We'd take the trailer back to Federated Co-op. Another time, we used to haul for McCosham's warehousing. And the job I did for them most of the time was I'd haul the printing press rolls down to the Calgary Herald, downtown Calgary, when the building was there. And I'd offload the printing rolls into the elevator and send them downstairs, and then they'd send the elevator back up. And then when I was empty, I would drive back to McCosham's and load another load of printing press rolls, paper, and take it back down to the Calgary Herald and offload another load. And then, so usually I would do two a day in the morning. And then another job that we used to do with Hill Brothers is we would sometimes haul trailers for CN Intermodal. And this one day I showed up for work in the morning, and Garfield Hill, who was the owner of Hill Brothers Expressway at that time, he said, "Lonnie, you and Art Parson, you guys go in the back shop. I got a special job for you. And after everybody's dispatched out, come and see me." So a half hour, 45 minutes later, Garfield calls us in the office and he says, "Okay, guys, I got a special job for you. We both go up to CN Intermodal." He says, "Do not go to the office. Do not talk to anybody. Go right around to the piggyback machine, which is the machine that would lift the trailers off of the train cars. And then he said, go right around to the back, and they will instruct you what to do." So when we got around there, here's a bunch of police cars, and a policeman jumps in my truck, and they said, "Okay, we're going to lift the trailer off the train car. You pin up to it, get ready to go." And he says, "We're going to go in convoy to the warehouse where we're taking this. It's 2 trailers full of money." So anyhow, so away we went. We had a police car escort in the front, and then we had a police car between us, and we had a police car follow us behind. And we each had a police officer with a radio ride in our cabs with us. And we were instructed that if one of us missed a red light, we were to stop and wait for the other fella to catch up after the light turned green. So therefore we went from the CN yard, and we took the trailer all the way up off of McKnight Boulevard, and we unloaded it in a warehouse at Loomis there, and we backed into the dock, and we actually had to go up in the trailer and offload these bags of money. It was all pennies, dimes, nickels, and quarters, and the bags were knee-high to waist-deep throughout the whole trailers. So we'd offload them onto pallets. The forklift would set them in the warehouse and store them where they store them, and we actually had to stay until both trailers were empty. It was kind of a cool story. Between the two of us, we had $1,237,000 in pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters. It was kind of a neat experience. All right, so now for the tip of the day. The tip is that in the wintertime, most of the drivers, you're running with hot tires running down the highway, and you pull into a parking spot where you're going to stop, go in for lunch or coffee, or even going to park the trailer for a while. The best thing to do is, before you dynamite the brakes and put the brakes on, is to, when you stop and you're in this place where you're going to be parked, is to roll back and forth a few times, like 8-10 feet at a time. One, to cool off the tires. Two, and it builds you a pathway in the snow, so that way when you want to get going, you have a path for your tires to follow, already packed down. If you do park with the tires super hot off the highway, what happens is the hot tires melt the ice, and it creates like a little bowl thing, a dip, and then when you want to get going, your tires have sunk in the ice, and it's not very good feeling because you're stuck, and now to try and get out of it. And the next tip I have for winter driving, it comes into play for four-wheelers, tractor-trailer drivers, whoever you are, is most times at an intersection before a stop sign or light, the roadway, the iciest is about 60 to 50 feet before the stop sign. It gets all iced up from everybody stopping and sliding. The best thing is to slow down, get yourself slowed up enough to where you're going to be under control when you come up to that stop sign, so therefore you'll be able to stop, hopefully without any instances. So that's hopefully will help you get through the winter without any issues. The joke I have for today, it's about a retired truck driver. He finally retires and his wife says, "Oh dear, I'm so happy you're home. So maybe now we can buy a Winnebago and go cruise around America and see America." She said, "I'd love that." He says, "Dear, sorry, but that's what do you think I've been doing for the last 40 years? I've been driving around America." He says, "I don't want to do that. I want to stay home and relax." She says, "Oh, okay, well, how about if we go on a train trip? We'll go get on a train and we'll travel across America and see America from the rails." He says, "That sounds like it would be fine, but dear, that's still on the same line. That's what I've been doing for my life." She thinks about it. She's okay. "All right, well, I have an idea. What if we go on a cruise, go on a nice big cruise ship and have fun? That way you can sit and relax and we can get to know each other again and have fun." He said, "Okay." He said, "That sounds good. Let's do that." So they're 3 or 4 days out at sea and they're having fun. And next thing you know, whatever happened, the cruise ship sinks. So the next day in the newspaper, big bold headlines in the newspapers was "Cruise line ship sinks, truck driver involved." Hope you enjoyed that. The songs that I want to put out to you to give a listen to is, since how we're talking about retired truckers, one of my favorite is it's called 18 Wheels and a Dozen Roses by Kathy Mattea. That's a good song. And then the other song is actually by a fairly new artist, Jason Aldean. It's called The Asphalt Cowboy. And another song by a fairly recent artist is George Strait, called Brothers of the Highway. And then another one that I like, it's by an artist, Tommy Cash, who is actually Johnny Cash's brother. And the song he sings is "Roll, Truck, Roll." Anyhow, hope you all have a great day. Keep the shiny side up and the greasy side down. And we gone. Bye-bye.